Always great catching up with my next guest, Song Yadong, who's coming off a win in the main event of UFC Seattle this past Saturday. Always appreciate him making time. Song, how are you, sir?
I'm good, sir.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Before we talk about the fight and everything else, how was your overall experience in Seattle? I know you got to go see Bruce Lee's grave and really take in everything.
Yeah, it's a very good experience this time. I like Seattle. It's so nice. People are good, and I have a lot of friends living in Seattle, and they take care of me, And yeah, and I finally I went to Bruce Lee's grave. Yes, it was amazing. You know,
That's great.
Bruce Lee was my idol. I watch his movies all time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you got to see that. Let's talk about the fight. I know not the way you wanted it to end, but prior to the eye poke and the fight being stopped, how did you feel about your performance? Because you did look very good in there with your striking.
Yeah, what my fat plan, it was great. I did great job out there, and I think I win. No, I believe I win the three rounds. Even I got a but in the last minute of the second round, Henry hit my eye. I lost sense of distance. So that's it, and. Yeah, my plan is knock him out on the first round and the fifth round. I was control my pace. I'm not rush. He knows. He knew that I'm, you know, I'm not uh like fully uh fight with him, and I'm just like control my pace and I'm waiting. He knows, so that's why he's scared. And but that was my fault. I poke his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was an accident. People have to know that you're not known for doing this. So this is these happen in fights. Eye pokes, they're common.
But
So
people are talking this a lot because they say this is like is bad. So UFC they said the referee need take my points like that. And I think that was bullshit. Like I poke happened every fight.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's why people focus this because Henry out. You know
Yeah.
they don't want they can't. He don't fight. He did. I don't want to continue fighting. That's why people are talking this.
Yeah.
This just the normal like apple. I'm not like often attack with my finger. I'm 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 go back and the defense, and that was totally accident.
Yeah. No, no, of course. I think everyone knows that or a lot of people should know that about how you fight.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned when we spoke at the post fight press conference that you would be open to doing a rematch, but I asked Dana White at the press conference and he said no. It seems like he wants to move past this fight. Were you surprised that Dana White doesn't want to do a rematch with you and Henry next?
No, I'm not surprised that because everybody knows I win the fight. You
Right.
know, even even the epoch, I won the first three rounds.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Have you
Mhm.
spoken to Henry since the fight? Did you guys speak after the fight?
Only in the cage. He said, I couldn't see, and we need a rematch. Blah blah blah
Okay.
about that.
It was very
Yeah.
brief. Okay, that makes sense. Have you or your management spoken to the UFC since the fight? I know it's only a few days ago, but I'm sure you kind of want to know what's next for you.
No, not yet. Just it's too short a time, and my plan is going back home tomorrow, and I go back China tomorrow, and
Oh, nice.
take a break. Yeah, it's been a long time, stay in America for training. So I need to take some time, and we will talk with my team, and we'll see who's next. And
Okay.
yeah,
When was the last time you were back in China?
10 months ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it'll be nice to go home after this, I'm sure. Long camp, right?
Yeah, it's like
That's good. How long are you staying in China for?
probably few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you be
hmm
training during that time too, or are you going to take time off training as well?
Of course, I will train every day.
Okay,
Stay in
good.
shape.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
know it's a lifestyle. Yeah, yeah. I was just asking because camp is a grind, right? Sometimes it's good to take some time off, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
for sure. Did you get to celebrate after your win last Saturday? Did you get to go out at all? Did you do anything?
Yes. After the fight, we went to the bar and with my friends. The all my friends who came, from the China, like yeah, like LA a lot. Yeah, we
Um,
celebrate over the bar.
Good. Well, I'm glad you got because I know sometimes the card when you're the main event, usually the card goes late. Sometimes you don't have time to go out, so I'm glad you got to celebrate, which is good.
Yep.
And Seattle's a great
Mm-hmm.
city. I mean, there's a lot of good
Yeah.
restaurants, a lot of good bars, right? So it's a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad you got to enjoy that. So you mentioned going home to China for a bit. When do you want to fight next? When would be the best time for you to come back and have your next fight?
Yeah, maybe around July. So because last year just one fight. So this year I wanna fight more. Yeah.
Yeah, be more active. International Fight Week, which is one of their big cards, is June 28th. Would that be too early, do you think?
June 28th. Yeah, it's perfect time.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that's International Fight
If
Week.
you
That,
guys,
that's always a big card, so that would be fun. And that's in Vegas, so it's pretty close to Sacramento, right?
for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there we go. It looks like Cejudo is not going to be next for you. Dana White said as much. You mentioned before the fight maybe fighting Umar Nurmagomedov. Would that be the ideal opponent for you next? Is that who you want to fight next?
Of course, he is number 7 right now, and it's gonna be exciting fight, and I'm looking forward, to showcasing my grappling,
Mhm.
more. Yeah, because I am now like uh, try to take people down to show my grappling, but I want to do it. I want to fight with like some best grappler in the world, and yeah.
Okay. How do you feel like your style matches up against Umar? I know you're more of a striker than a wrestler. Is it just a striker versus a grappler? How do you look at that fight? How does your style match up against Umar's?
Yeah, I would like to fight in on the stand up, but I'm for this camp I train a lot of wrestling. Henry didn't take me down, and you know, so I believe my takedown defense. So against Umar, yeah, is gonna be stand up fight. He couldn't take me down.
If you were to fight Umar, would you bring in any Dagestani wrestlers or anyone to emulate Umar? Because he's pretty specific, right? A lot of the Dagestani fighters have a particular style of wrestling.
Yeah, we already have some good wrestler in our gym, and
Mhm.
yeah, and I've done a lot of defense. I believe our works.
So you told me there that you're going to China tomorrow. Do you have anything planned back home that you're going to be doing while you're out there? I'm sure you're going to see family, but are you doing anything specifically out there?
Um, yeah, I just want to stay home with my families and hang out with my best friends, and I don't want to do a lot like uh commercial works.
Yeah,
I want to stay home this time.
yeah. You want to relax, right?
But
You want.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Is there one food, one meal back home that you get to eat that you don't get to eat in the U.S.? Is there like a favorite meal you have?
Hot pot.
How about okay? It must
Yeah.
taste different than in the U.S., right?
It's way different. It's
Yeah.
more spicy.
Okay. Do you think it's not spicy enough in the U.S.?
No, not at all.
Okay. You like really spicy food then?
Yeah, big. I live in Chengdu, China right now. So Chengdu is very like famous of the hot pot. You
Okay.
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So
You know, a lot hot pot in restaurant. You know, in any like street.
you can get it. Okay, good to know. If I ever go
Yeah.
there, I'll get some hot pot. It sounds delicious. So there we go.
Yeah.
It's good. Song, thanks for doing this. I know you got to fly out tomorrow. I really appreciate it as always. If there's anyone you would like to thank, any sponsors or any social media, I will give you the last word.
Yeah. Follow my Instagram. That's it.